And we're,
Memes.
God damn it, and we're back for hour 3 of the first week, the first of 2 weeks of this Halloween spooktacular game.
So how many memes do you ingest on a daily basis?
More than I
Peanuts.
should. So where last we left
Again, we
off.
kind of force feed them to you.
So where we left off was you guys had gotten into this car and were driving away. You left behind a badly injured woman and a brawl. And, you know, there are actually other cars kind of rolling alongside you as you go. Like, like other people have kind of got the same idea as you, but because you kind of got out ahead of this, you are going a little bit further. You're like a little further ahead than a lot of folks. But it's not like the car was not designed for this. And actually, anyone who's driving.
Not me.
I will drive.
Okay, roll me driving plus dexterity.
Yeah, good thing I didn't drive this time.
What is your driving, Winter?
0.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
I could be driving because I have
you
one.
would get a
drive-
negative
Oh,
2
I
for
have
that.
I
yeah.
have a driving of 1. So
Okay.
Yeah, I have a driving of 1.
okay,
Yeah,
like,
that's
again,
what I
like
mean,
this is
driving.
like again, as I said before, like normal driving isn't a skill you need to have in order to drive on a road. But like this is like you're trying to off-road
This is
in a
special.
non-off-roading vehicle, and like
Well, fuck.
not getting stuck is going to be a little hard.
Rolled
Motherfucker.
an 11.
You're forgetting
Hey!
that you live in the Seattle area of Washington. Seattle is a freaking nightmare for
Anyway,
driving.
Fair enough.
Specific.
I like how you stopped there, and I was like, yeah, I agree. And then
You
you said
live-
driving, and I was like, meh.
No, it's actually because all of the streets are completely one way, and they're all clogged to hell.
Are you
Oh,
saying the streets are racist?
Oh my god! But okay, so yeah, as you kind of go driving off road, you actually manage to go like really effectively, along like you kind of dodge potholes and dips and like areas where a lot of the other cars are actually getting stuck. And as you go, you actually see other people kind of getting out and having to start walking. And on 1 or 2 occasions, people actually like try and like run you down and like get a ride. But you kind of shoo them off, and no one looks like they want to tussle with the big group of people you have jammed into this car.
I just imagine it's a 4-seater and we have like 5 people.
Yeah, you're jammed in tight right now. Like, I'm imagining that because of the arm injury, I'm kind of like in like the front seat just so that like the injury
Yeah.
isn't being jammed against anyone, but like the rest of you are all kind of like piled in. Again, except for Zombie, who's obviously driving.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go, you again that feeling intensifies. It's actually going slowly, and you kind of see through rear view mirror that while people are starting to act out in more erratic ways, because you're moving at a much faster clip than the people on foot, you seem to be kind of keeping ahead of it more than not. Like the fact that the pressure is building means that it's clearly catching up with you, but it's not catching up nearly as fast as it probably would have been.
Highway starts going at 60 miles per hour. Keep going.
And eventually you actually do get out ahead of the traffic. Like, you do eventually hit a point where, the traffic kind of thins out. Like, so many people have abandoned their cars or been stopped for whatever reason or have just, like, turned off roads to, like, try and, like, just get off the highway because they realize how hopeless it is. That it actually thins out when you get to a certain point. And you're now on an actual road.
Holy shit, hell yeah.
Are there no cars?
There are cars, but there are not a lot of cars.
Okay, people in cars.
Yes. The cars that you are seeing have people inside of them.
Okay.
And as you drive, you
Yeah, I'll
actually
just go.
like the feeling disappears. Like you are moving so quickly now that you just straight up get away from that pressure.
It is Highway Star. I mean, sorry, Highway Go Go.
Yeah.
But yeah, where are you going? Where do you want to go to? Because you don't know this area, and neither do I really.
Australia.
You should get to the coast so
Yeah!
you can get a boat.
That's not difficult. Getting to the coast is easy.
Hmm.
So you kind of like
Where Maine is on a map.
let's
Getting
yeah,
a boat is the difference.
hold on.
Oh, it's actually on the coast. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gosh, don't you know the anatomy of I
Here,
said
anatomy.
anatomy.
I'm just
the
going
USA.
USA is a living, breathing organism.
Here's a road map of the state of Maine, by the way. Or like for those of you watching at home, I'm not going to put this up on screen because it's like
Oh
too
well,
confusing.
if you were,
It's-
then there would be a lot more on
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
Yes.
Google Maine, and it's not hard to figure it out. Basically, if you look at like a map of Maine, they started out just north of Brunswick. Up, there's like Rockland right there, which is where the convention was being held, and then right up Route 1, a little ways is Camden, and it's right near the island of North Haven. And if you go further up, you guys are kind of hitting Belfast right now. Like you haven't reached Belfast yet, but like that would be the next major town. And you're kind of hitting up on. Actually, no, sorry, you've drawn way past Belfast. Like because you probably actually went to the Belfast. Like you went to Belfast North to actually like get traded. So you're not driving up through there. You're actually probably like now hitting Seaport. You're like along the coast right now. Like actually, if you're following this map, if you start at Belfast and go north, you're at the intersection of Highway A1 and Route 175.
I see.
Okay.
The state capital, by the way, is Bangor, which is just north of where you are. So that'll get busy if you go up that way. If you keep going north.
Obviously,
So we're
Duhad is telling us all
CS4,
these things as we're trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah. I'll like here. I'm gonna save an image. I'll actually make a little thing for people, and I'll actually just straight up. I'll put that on screen. But first, I'll make sure you guys can see it. So let me just open you with Paint, and I will make this map. So you started.
Duhan's on her laptop in the car.
Yeah, I'm like on my laptop. Hold on a second. Okay, so here you go. So this is so I'll use big black like things here. So there's Rockland. Then you guys were in Camden. So North Haven. Now you are you drove up through Lincolnville. You were in Belfast, and you are currently here. I'm making like a black thing with a red thing around it. And all right, save. Sorry, no, I don't want to save as. I just want to save. And I'll send this image to why you don't fucking do that to me. There you go. Okay, there. So the image, which I will now give everyone else, is where the fuck is this? Where did I say it? There it is. There it is. Okay. For everyone's consideration, you can kind of see it in the screen now. It's kind of not easy to see still, actually, but wow,
Close enough.
Yay!
Duhad vandalizes maps, no dignity.
If you look at if you at home look at an actual map of Maine, you'll be able to find what I'm looking at relatively easily. So, like, just north is Bangor, which is, as I said, capital of Maine.
Yeah.
So the goal is to avoid the capital.
You
Yeah.
could head to this Acadia National Park.
Ah, Arcadia. Eh? Yeah, that is. It might have people in it, but like, it definitely is not. Not like, it's a big area. Like, it's a big area that is not inherently full of people.
I assume if it's a national park, it would have animals, wouldn't it?
That is true. It very much
So
does.
we could hunt and
Yeah.
become
maybe.
men of the woods.
But we couldn't hunt for cunt, so I'm not
You
I'm not
unbelievable asshole. Anyway, you can
Like I
also
said,
go
Nero,
to
there are
Baxter.
animals.
We could-
You can go to Baxter State Park as well,
Yeah,
which is a
but
little
I'm
further
not a
up.
But that's up
Beast.
there.
Or the
by the
Allagash
capital.
Wilderness Waterway, which would
We've
definitely be
not-
safe.
enough of one day.
What if we went to Mount Desert Islands, which I
Yeah.
found off Google rather than.
Oh, you suck. But yeah, okay. So yeah, you could go down south to Arcadia, which is on an island.
All right, then that
or
seems
like-
fine enough. Then.
Yeah.
What if we went to Far Harbor?
Bar Harbor, which is where Far Harbor is based on, is actually right next to Arcadia. That is the port to get into there. There's also Winter Harbor. If you
If we go to White Harbors, then you can see all the racists.
you can go to
We go to Winter
Harbor.
Harbor. We
Yeah.
can make Winter their king and then manipulate him politically.
Yeah.
Acadia National Park has 4.8 out of 947 Google reviews.
It's a popular park.
All right, let's go there.
So yeah, I'm assuming you're going to take the side road down
Yeah.
175 onto Route 15, and then up 172, and then probably hit the highway down Route 3 to
Or we
to
could just like
Arcadia.
drive on the highway.
Or we
You
just
could drive on the highway. What is your actually? This is a genuine question. Do you want to take like the side street, or do you want to go straight up the highway?
I think.
Oh,
the side
I
street
wasn't
would be
thinking of going to
safer.
that one that has the Route 3 going to it. I was thinking of this little one on the island.
Oh well, it's,
Oh.
it's technically part of the same national park, but yeah, you can go there. So you want to go to the way near White Harbor?
The one with
No.
hogs.
Oh, you mean? Oh,
Because
okay.
it's on an island where no one can get to.
Yeah. So on Isle Unhunt.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
French.
ju-
Which is all
just
15.
yeah, it's like just south of
What
Deer
is it?
Isle and Stonington.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Stoner.
So yeah, so you guys
How or something?
oh hunt.
yeah.
Hunt.
I'll Auga.
Okay.
Anyway.
So yeah, down past Deer Isle, which is actually a very lovely place. I've been there before. So yeah, okay. So you kind of like take a turn. Actually, I think my family has property. Like my grandparents have property in Castine, which is just north of that. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, you take a loop and head down the highway, and you're heading down past Castine, down towards Sedgwick, where you might be able to get a boat over to, or you can actually take the bridge from Sedgwick down to Stonington, and then take a ferry from Deer Isle to there.
I love how you're just going over directions in your head when it's probably a lot more simple than that.
Well, I'm
Okay, Google,
terms of
plan me a trip to.
no, I'm literally reading the map right now. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you take the route down. Like the route is pretty clear.
Duhad, I'd like you to roll a language skill map because you are reading map.
Okay, sorry. So you head down and you are heading towards Sedgwick. And as you start getting closer to Sedgwick is not a big town. And as you kind of drive down towards it, even so, like the pressure starts to build. Like you start to feel that pressure hitting you again. And you start to see abandoned cars. Like cars in the middle of the road or like parked along the side of the road. If you even just have just kind of gone straight through like parking barrier, like the road, like safety barriers. And there are people outside just sort of wandering around. They're not aggressive. These people seem to be kind of wandering right now.
Some people have the same idea as we did.
Should we try and find food before we go to this island?
Your choice. Party.
Probably a good idea. But
I'm still shaken up after nearly killing someone.
Okay.
I don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
Something tells me bringing up, hey, I murdered someone back there.
Uh,
yeah.
Probably not the best.
Yeah. and-
Brick killed a guy.
but yeah, Duhad had I'm looking at zombie really kind of like awkwardly and like, yeah, stopping for supplies. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
The question is how we're going to get those supplies.
We are going to find them
We're gonna eat people.
Where?
at the place where the supplies are.
Supply hut.
Welcome to Walmart.
Don't they
Where?
have guns in Walmart?
Yeah.
They do
They're
here.
locked.
Yes.
They're
Mhm.
fucking locked as shit.
They
Fine.
We can figure something out.
don't think they definitely don't have them in southern Maine. They might have them in central Maine.
They have guns
There's
here.
gun stores. Like there are plenty of gun stores.
They
but-
they openly sell guns in Walmart in Washington.
Yeah, I don't think they actually sell them at Walmart, but you definitely can find like a local gun store, like a mom and pop gun store, or you might even be. I don't know if there's a what the fuck is it called? There's like a big hunting fishing chain that's in Maine.
The NRA.
Cabela's.
Cabela's, that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of a massive national thing.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, I think it actually is.
No, it's all Maine.
No, I mean, like, I think. It's really big in Maine, and
Well, that's because Maine is over there.
it's a hunter.
Maine is kind of small, so.
But yeah, anyway, so yeah, there's. Hold on, actually, I'm just literally going to like look this up right now. No.
Do they have alcohol in
Oh,
Welcome
yes.
to Researching Maine, the RPG.
like supermarkets?
Yes.
Don't they have
God,
that
yes.
freaking everywhere? What
Okay,
is
yeah.
Australia on
Cabela's
public
colored-
prohibition?
Oh yeah, there's definitely
Hmm.
Cabela's right in Sedgwick.
We don't have we have BWS, but that's like they don't sell them inside of like Woolworths or anything.
Yeah, no, like in the U.S., it's basically like the only rule is that if you are selling booze, there has I think your store has to have a license for it of some sort, and also you have to check if the person buying it is of the drinking age, and that's it. Other than that, that means you can find booze in basically every Walmart across the freaking country.
But yeah, especially in I can't speak for the rest of the country, but there is plenty of booze in every supermarket you're going to find in Maine.
Well, I suppose it's fair. Last time you tried to ban
Like,
it,
beer,
most
didn't
of
go
them
very well
Washington,
now,
too.
did they?
Yeah, like
Most of them in Washington, but most of ours normally they either have an extensive booze section or all they have is a ton of wine and big name brand beers.
So,
you're going. Yeah,
yeah.
continue. Go ahead.
Never mind. I was gonna make a joke about Australia.
Yeah, they only have Fosters in Australia.
Well, they only have dirt and murder.
Or you can go there.
They don't even have
Hey,
guns.
that's some great beer.
But yeah, okay. So what's your plan?
In whichever port, town, or city we stop at to get a boat, we'll also just either buy some supplies if they're still structured.
You're a millionaire,
Or-
right?
No, I am the one who has the chart-topping single.
That's what I
of
meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the TV bleep.
Or if everything's gone to shit, we'll just loot it.
Okay. The town of Sedgwick actually looks relatively peaceful. There are definitely people wandering around looking just kind of dazed and confused. But it
That
even
is my favorite movie.
but even the people who clearly look like they're involved in whatever is going on, they don't look aggressive. They look like they're just sort of wandering aimlessly. And you find that the local Hannaford grocery store is still operating. People are a little bit worried, and the sheriff is going around picking people up and reining them to like the drunk tank, but like the sheriff's department, I should say. But everything seems relatively peaceful here.
Should we give them a warning?
You can.
I asked the group's opinion.
I think it would actually be a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Probably appropriate in this situation.
The
Alright,
thing
then.
is, though, if we don't, then we could get with a lot more resources. But that's probably something that is...
I like how that's coming from the cop.
Yeah, no, I think we can steal.
Yeah, we probably should. Either way, I'm just saying, all of our possibilities.
I mean, like, it is a possibility, but I seriously find that ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's sell them.
Okay, you guys go
Daddy
get
calls me
the
Daddy.
food because you'll need to carry lots of it, and I'll go tell the sheriff.
Okay.
I pull out my wallet.
I might want to go with Zombie because I can lift a grand total of about 50 pounds, and I actually have like a smooth talking skill.
Okay, fair enough. So,
I have a 100 carry capacity skill.
while we deal with that, the rest of you make a short list of what you are buying. Like each of you is allowed to buy like whatever it is you're looking for, and unless you're organizing together, you're pretty much just like whatever you buy is what you have. You don't necessarily like buy everything like in a group.
And don't just buy booze. It ain't food.
I pull
I
out my
mean,
wallet.
booze
and hand
ain't
it to Duhad.
food. So yeah, you go to the sheriff's office, and the sheriff is this graying-haired older man, and he looks stressed. Like he looks really stressed out by the current situation.
You should shoot him right in the face.
What's your name?
As you come in, he's like, look, if you have a family member. Listen, yeah. If you have a family member who's having a problem, just have them bring him up here. We'll take care of him.
Well, actually, officer, I was looking. I think you might have a problem on your hands.
Oh, what's that?
All of these drugged out people on the Crimson Haze, I think they were calling it.
Yeah, it's Crimson Haze.
Yeah, Crimson Haze.
As opposed to Purple Haze or King Crimson, those are two separate
Or
things.
Silver Haze.
Yeah,
Well, you see, we just
that's
came
another
from
drug.
upstate a little bit, and well,
it's kind of turned into just a citywide fist fight.
have you ever seen a zombie movie?
Citywide fisting.
Fist fight.
Uh,
Come on, I'm the one who's supposed to mishear things like that.
okay, so I'm gonna say he's actually like, yeah. So he's technically answering to the. So he's technically like not the sheriff, but he's like working for the Penobscot County Sheriff. But he's like, yeah, I've heard about it.
Oh god.
Well, all of the people
things-
you have might start freaking out soon.
Yeah, the thing is that we were in the area where it seems to have kind of like rippled out of, and it kind of progressively went through stages of everybody kind of fidgeting, then thrashing and pushing and shoving, and then outright serious physical violence. And that seemed to go outward with this kind of psychological pressure as well. We think, or at least I think, there may be something kind of linking people's minds together with this and spreading out this kind of enormous hysteria.
The sheriff is like following you right up until the point where you like mentioned like the Lincoln Musket thing, and then he holds up a hand, like, "Hold on there, boy. What was that about linking minds together?"
Okay, let's say this.
Hold on, Nero.
No,
And I grab my
no,
camera
this-
and I show him the footage on the camera.
Okay, that is a much
okay.
more reasonable idea.
Actually, yeah. So as he looks it over, like his expression goes from like stressed and somewhat like whatever, to like increasingly shocked and upset, and he's like, oh my god.
Along with that, I had a friend who's being kind of affected by this mental pressure. I also saw someone who was affected by the Crimson Haze attacking a police officer. So I kicked the person off of the police officer, and everybody who was being affected by that mental pressure, including my friend, felt the kick.
You
with
don't
full
say.
force.
You don't say. Ah, yeah. Oh my.
There is something going wrong here, and it's rippling outwards, and we can feel it coming this way.
I understand that. My god. All right. Well, what do you suppose we do about it?
We were gonna head to whatever island it was.
Don't know if I can reasonably ask the people of this town to go out there. Is there anything else you can recommend?
Kill them all. No.
There's got to be
Lock up-
some way we can figure out the source of all
Lock
of
up
this.
the people who were
Sauce.
affected by the drugs.
We need to... Primarily, I think it's just... We need to kind of quarantine the most heavily affected areas, because this mob mentality really seems to be unbelievably powerful. Like this mass hive mind.
Wait. Hold on a minute. He goes over and you see like this board, like a pin board. And there's all these pins at different like isolated locations, usually like near laces. Like there's been a rush of people storing this red haze drug all over the state. Getting reports all over New England actually, and they seem to be like piled up all over the like these cabins, isolated locations. It's starting to spread out across the rest of the country too. We're getting reports in from all over the place. He like looks over them. You don't suppose it's related, do you?
I think that might be too many cases to just be a coincidence.
Yeah. If that's the case, maybe the source of this has to do with some of these isolated locations. Like he kind of like looks over them, like these cabins. He kind of like draws a line on them. They all seem to be the like deepest, most intense location seems to be right about here, and he points at a location near Northfield. Actually, no. He puts a location in Great Pond, which is just off of Old Town, which is like just north of Bangor. You go like if you follow Bangor up to the Penobscot Indian Reserve to Old Town, then just straight like right. There's a Great Pond.
Ah, yes, Great Pond.
Yeah, it's like right here, Great Pond. Now, if I was a betting man, I'd say that if there's a connection like what you're pointing at, it would probably have something to do with this location right here around Great Pond.
Okay, so if we were to go there, one of two things would happen. Either one, this mental force would be so strong that we would crumble under it like a house of wet cards, or we would be able to get there before it gets too strong, and we'd be able to figure out what's going on, provided that this is the center of it.
He rubs his chin thoughtfully. I don't know about you, but if this keeps on going the way it is, I don't think anywhere in this state, anywhere in this country is going to be all that safe. So I'd take my chances with that, but...
Shit. Well... I mean, hey, if it does tear us up like wet tissue paper... At least we tried, right?
Yeah. He looks over the things like, listen, me and my boys, we have to clear up this town. It's especially if things go as bad as you say they are. But, why hell, this is a bit unorthodox, but if you'd be willing to go and look into it, I can't actually, give you anything to help the situation, but given the nature of everything, I could supposedly... He puts a radio, like a walkie-talkie, like on the desk. Leave the keys for the for a supply room for you, and you boys would have to pick up a few things and when investigate that area. We could call up to the Grand Pond Police and let them know that maybe there's some FBI agents going to be up in the area looking around, and if they could give them some help.
Lobby, are you down for a little Great Pond Pound?
I'd really rather just get back to Australia, but I guess I don't have much choice.
Yeah, dude, if you don't, then you are never going back to Aussieland.
Alright,
Or
well,
stuck in an angry mob of psychotic mosh pit men,
psychotic
and women.
Americans.
and both.
Woms.
Alright then.
So, Duhad, that's my list.
I see it. And
It is extensive.
It is.
Because it has to be.
My lord.
Thank you, officer. Thank you, sheriff. Whatever your credentials are. We'll be heading there then.
Alright. So you head out. By the way, those of you who have been shopping, what did you get?
I will read it out loud. So, basic fruits and vegetables, flashlights, multi-tools, survival knives, first aid kit, canteen, compass, flare gun, duct tape, tents, water purification tablets, salt, LED headlamps, fishing line, GPS device, binoculars, rubbing alcohol, can opener, canned food, batteries, ponchos, survival books, sleeping bags, waterproof patches, thermos, hiking backpacks, whistles, and camp axes.
Nigga, we're not going camping.
Unfortunately, we're not actually going to need most of that anymore.
Exactly.
Just the freezes.
The first thing I thought was, what? This has gone from this is no longer a vacation. It actually sounds like you just looked up on the internet necessities for camping.
I have survival books at home, that's why. I have, like, the Boy Scouts book.
Oh, okay, yeah, that actually explains everything perfectly.
Nero, watch your language, and Bleel, what are you buying?
Sorry, I don't know the N-word in Japanese.
I don't fucking know. He just listed off like everything.
I mean, like,
Go ahead.
yeah, like, I mean, like, if there's anything else you can think of, like, also, is there anything that you would have doubled up on, like, well, winter
Well,
was...
definitely canned foods and
Okay.
probably batteries and shit for flashlights. Probably, yeah, backup stuff like lighters and all the sort, and then probably like machete or something. A few things that would probably act as basic weapons.
Yeah, you can get that. And those of you who are, like, by the way, Zombie, you and Nero got, like, a long-distance
And then
radio.
gasoline.
All right.
Canisters of gasoline.
Excellent. Okay, that's actually pretty useful.
So, what did we get?
You guys got a heavy-duty long-range radio. Like, he didn't give you guns, obviously, but, like, he
Well, I
gave you,
like
like,
it
for guns.
a big, heavy, like, metal police flashlight and a
You should
radio.
kill him and take his guns.
Why, when he's already given us the key to guns, pretty much.
Okay.
All I gotta
Yeah,
do.
he's not actually giving you the key to the armory, like the supply room.
Oh.
Like, again,
Yeah.
like,
Okay, is
he's,
there any
he's being
sort of,
really
like-
helpful, but he's not going to give civilians, like, police issue firearms.
Damn.
Is there any chance I could find something in the way of, like, a makeshift bow in there.
Oh yeah, like I mean, like you can like okay, you don't find it
Would
there,
a
but
bow
like
skill
you can.
count as a crossbow skill as well?
Yeah, you can. We can fudge that a little bit. But like getting a bow is fucking easy as hell. Like you literally can go into like any sporting goods store and buy a bow.
Okay, and then like as far as this room goes, is there any kind of like metal pole I can use?
You can buy a metal pole. Like that's not even remotely difficult.
Yeah.
Okay then.
should-
Well,
You should get the guitar picks as well.
throw those as I now want someone to like mod Overwatch so that Genji's shuriken are literally just enormous guitar picks.
Good. So yeah, as
He's
you, like,
literally shredding his
as
enemies.
you've bought all these things, like you guys are kind of like in the process of buying like paint for the last of this stuff and like getting it all ready. When you start noticing a familiar pressure, and as you look outside, you see that the placid people who've been wandering around are starting to act up.
Not the flaccid people.
Well, time to go again. See you around, everyone.
All right, guys. It's time to go to a great pond.
Do. Okay, goddammit, that's actually too good to like stop to like keep going. Like that's too good of an end point. Okay, so join us next week for the conclusion of this campaign, beginning with an escape out of this town after Sidwich, then the trip up to the pond, and then hopefully
The town of Sandwich.
the root of the mystery. Till then, happy Halloween.